I came in the middle of the 1980s, and I will tell you that downtown looked very much like a ghost town in many ways. There were a few hopeful business people that were coming down here because of the environment, because of the interesting architecture and the interesting space. The Carnegie Library, the Queen Theater, the LaSalle Hotel. These were iconic places that were in great distress.
There was vision on a part of our mayor and council at that time, though, to say if we put together a plan for renewal, for renovation, it means everything for the entire downtown area.
The people who we had in leadership positions at the end of the 90s were of an age that they were the last people that knew a successful downtown. And so they were able to leverage some political courage to start seriously planning for the rebirth of downtown, to make a business environment sustainable.
You know, when all that occurred, that became exposure for the city, and a lot of new businesses came. A lot of them were locally homegrown, if you will, local businesses, people who were interested in, you know, taking on a building. So many people think that the way you create community is by bringing resources from the outside. And that can be true, and that's important to bring those resources so that you can identify ways to improve that people who live there don't know or don't recognize. But why not celebrate who you are by using the resources you have and improve your community from the inside?
So the city of Bryant focused on the south end with a catalyst project, a project that would show the community and entrepreneurs and investors that there was something happening and that would encourage more investment. So they did that on the south end and was very successful. And now, with the Ice House being here on the north end, it was time for this north end catalyst project to be undertaken.
It's been fantastic to have Advent GX in downtown Bryan, Jose and Joan, and the staff and the partners they brought to the table. They've really brought a lot of people that would normally not know about downtown Bryan. The events that are held, the interest that we've received on redevelopment of other blocks have been introduced to downtown through Advent GX.
The project started in 1911. They amazingly somehow finished in 1912. The main function of the ice house was to distribute ice, smaller chunks of ice to every ice box in houses, in homes here in our community. We are actually bringing three main pieces together: heritage preservation in support of community development, innovation, and entrepreneurship.
We had to plan for making this project, this building, financially sustainable. And fortunately, we have a fantastic community that is very much invested in the redevelopment of historic downtown, but incredibly supportive of the project. And so they helped us to define the uses of the building, and then they came in and helped us actually get it done.
We needed to make sure that this was an attraction, a place where people will actually come here from afar to enjoy the building. And that's why we decided to switch from our original intent, which was an extension of our technology incubator. We decided to instead have an event center.
The initiatives in Bryan have made it a place that people want to be. The creative class are people who want coffee shops and wine bars and theaters and events. And so you need facilities like the Ice House, that's the infrastructure to allow those kind of events that encourage the people you want, the entrepreneurs, the people who are going to work in startups and so forth.
Development that is starting to head to the north side of downtown Bryan has been spurred by both the brewery across the street from us, the ice house in the back of the building here, and then our restaurant in the front. There's a lot of interest now, beginning on this end, just to kind of revitalize and sort of expand and grow downtown for the community in a way that is genuine and very authentic, kind of family-owned and run businesses instead of larger corporations moving in.
What we were interested in was the community of the downtown Bryan area, because it's already got a built-in brand image with it. And though this side of downtown doesn't have that recognition that the proper part of downtown has, we thought that we could come down here and help contribute. Sit on the other end and hopefully see those two areas bridge together.
Okay, so I first went to Guatemala in 1999 for the feast seminars at UFM and kind of fell in love with the university and with Guatemala. I heard about the Antigua Forum, but it was always at a time I couldn't go. And so finally in 2018, it was a time that I didn't have a competing obligation. So I went and I immediately thought this was the most amazing experience. It was exciting, it was exhausting, it was exhilarating. And then 2019, I went back, and again, I thought I had to find a way to bring this event to Texas A&M. So I came home and I got my team and said, like, some of us are going to Guatemala to learn how to do this, and I talked to some other people. People got excited about it, and so now we're in the middle of our first one.
Mi nombre es Gabriel Calzada, vengo de Guatemala, de la Universidad Francisco Marroquín. El Aggie Forum es un evento en el que todo el mundo viene a participar, a aportar. En una comunidad local, recibir un foro como este es de alguna forma generar un hub en un espacio físico local, un hub en el que el talento viene, atraes talento de diferentes lugares para aportar soluciones.
For me, the Aggie Forum represents a chance for the community to come together and be exposed to the variety of things that are happening here. So the great thing about it, an area like Bryan College Station with a major university, is you have a high density of interesting creative people. And if you put all those people together and they sort of have collisions, and those collisions can be productive. And so the forum is a concentrated way to expose a group of people in the community to other people in the community who are doing interesting things, because it's a resource that allows us in a small place to have the kind of input you might get in Houston or New York City.
When we started Advent GX, the idea was this advent of a global exchange of ideas, of culture, of innovation, because communities all over the world have unique offerings, they have unique cultures, they have unique assets, and individuals, when they're traveling, they want to experience the authentic. People want to exchange cultures. They want to experience the real history, the real Texas. By focusing on those assets and looking at what they can offer locally and globally, you really foment that exchange of ideas, of innovation, and of culture. And that results in economic development.
Well, the only thing that a town has is its own story. That's what makes it different from anything else. I mean, there are a lot of communities that are just really good communities, but they are new and they don't have those stories, and you can't tell those communities one from another. But Bryan is very unique.
It's really important to preserve these places. It's really important to invest in them and to look around your community and see, well, that might look like a blighted space, but it might be something really special just waiting to be developed.